First of all, the Office of the Ombudsman has actually been approached by multiple sources claiming to possess copies of the supposed Cabral files.
Mahalagang maberipika ang kredibilidad ng umaangking may hawak ng tinatawag na Cabral files. Sa pahayag ni Assistant Ombudsman at Spokesperson Attorney Miko Clavano ngayong araw, nakatanggap umano sila ng impormasyon mula sa iba't ibang sources na nagsasabing hawak din nila ang kopya ng mga dokumentong bahagi ng Cabral files. Ngunit ayon kay Attorney Clavano, kailangang maging maingat sa pagkilala ng ganitong mga impormasyon. Paliwanag ng opisyal, mas may bigat at halaga bilang ebidensya ang mga dokumentong direktang nanggaling sa mga ahensya o individual na orihinal na may-ari at kontrol sa mga nasabing dokumento.
The best and most reliable source of documents are actually the agencies and individuals who had custody, who had control and even authorship of the computers, the storage devices, and the files themselves. Evidence that is derived directly from these sources will naturally carry far greater evidentiary value than copies that are circulating outside official custody.
Dagdag niya, ang soft copy sa format na Word o Excel na hawak ng third parties ay madaling manipulahin at kulang sa kredibilidad bilang ebidensya. Kaugnay nito, kinumpirma ngayong araw ng Office of the Ombudsman na hawak na nila ang Central Processing Unit o CPU ng computer na pagmamay-ari ng yumaong si dating Department of Public Works and Highways o DPWH Undersecretary Maria Catalina Cabral.
At present, the Central Processing Unit or the CPU is now secured, sealed, and under the custody of the Office of the Ombudsman. And the office considers this a critical development as it allows the investigation to proceed on the basis of an original digital piece of evidence.
Ayon sa tagapagsalita ng Ombudsman, magsasagawa sila ng digital forensic examination sa nasabing CPU kasama ang ilang ahensya ng pamahalaan.
The office is preparing to conduct a digital forensic examination of the CPU of the former USEC. And this will be done transparently and in coordination with the Commission on Audit, COA, with the DPWH, the Office of the Ombudsman, of course, and the PNP Anti-Cybercrime Group. And this is to ensure the integrity of the whole process.
Tiniyak ng Ombudsman na magiging transparent ang prosesong ito upang malaman kung may naganap na anomalya o maling paggamit sa pondo ng bayan.
The office clarifies that the Cabral files are only one part of the investigation. Alleged insertions that are supposedly in these files still need to be carefully examined to determine whether these projects were actually implemented or if they turned out to be ghost projects. An insertion by itself is not automatically illegal. It will only become criminal if it is proven to involve fraud, misuse of public funds, or non-existent projects.
Samantala, pinabulaanan ni Nueva Ecija 1st District Representative Micaela Angeles Wansing ang aligasyon ni Batangas 1st District Representative Leandro Leviste na may umalok sa kanya ng 151 million pesos na incentives mula umano sa kampo ni Swansing sa panahong isinasagawa ang finalization ng 2026 national budget. Ayon kay Swansing, malaya ang sinumang miyembro ng Kamara na magdesisyon para sa pangangailangan ng kanilang nasasakupan. Gulat at galit naman ang naramdaman ni dating Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin sa akusasyong mayroon din umano siyang allocable sa 2025 budget na nagkakahalaga ng 8 bilyong piso. Giit ng former Little President, hindi aniya siya kailanman humiling, nag-endorso, nag-aproba o nagbigay ng pahintulot sa anumang proyekto ng DPWH o alokasyon ng budget sa alinmang yugto ng proseso ng pagbabalangkas ng budget. Jed Neresina, UNTV News and Rescue. Diyos ang aming sandigan, serbisyo publiko ang aming pinahahalagahan.